This is breaking news. Amalnguli tragedy struck on January 25 when fire reportedly broke out in a red hole coal mine in Nagaland, killing at least 6 workers and seriously injuring 4 others. Initial reports say that the fire broke out inside a red hole mine in Risayan village of Wokha district. Information we have at this time say that the incident happened on Thursday afternoon at Risayan village. It's understood that the village being an interior village, the matter came to light only now. According to available reports, the mine collapsed, trapping about 10 workers. 6 died, while 4 workers who were said to be seriously injured were fortunately rescued. That's what the update said. Curiously, sources said the victims were said to be from Sonitpur district of Assam. Now, the Wokha district administration is said to have ordered an investigation into the matter. Coal mining is officially banned in Nagaland. However, because in Nagaland, communities are the owners of the land, it is often that land resources are understood to be exploited by individual owners or communities in personal capacity. Red hole mining refers to the method of digging long, extremely narrow and dangerous passages into the ground to extract coal. This method is dangerous and banned in India. Now, to give us updates about the incident and to discuss some of the important aspects and imperatives of coal mining in Nagaland, we have the member of Nagaland Legislative Assembly, Mr. Achambibo Kikon, with us. Mr. Kikon represents Bhandari in Wokha district. He is believed to be at the spot, and he is believed to have crucial information that would shed light on the incident. So we will be going to him right now live. Hello, Mr. Kikon, can you hear me?
Yes, hello, come on.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining HornbillTV. I understand that you have been to the spot. Could you give us the latest updates, what's happening and what was your observation since the incident was reported?
Yes, you're right. You're right. I'm here in the Bhandari headquarters since yesterday. Actually, for this Republic Day, it's a little far from Bhandari headquarters. I have not been to the spot as of now, but I have gathered all the information through some of my men. And it is very unfortunate that 6 people were charged with death yesterday, and 4 of them were very critically injured. Out of the, as you have mentioned, red hole mining, the fire, it gets fire, and even the dead bodies were gone beyond, unrecognizable. So this is what I've gathered information, and my concern is that these are actually all illegal mining. I have been raising this concern that it is only not only spoiling, destroying the flora and fauna, the beautiful environment that we have. But in the long run, it is going to be disastrous for the villagers, especially my constituency. It so happened that this incident also happened in my constituency yesterday around 12:30 noon, where the area is, the village located in Richanyang. And the laborers, unfortunately, happen to be from Assam. I convey my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family also, and wishing the speedy recovery to the injured. But what I would like to convey through this incident, there are many cases like this unreported even in the recent past. Now, I can also understand the intricacies of land holding system in Nagaland, but the government and especially the department concerned, that is the geology and mining, ought to take some strengthened measure on issuing permit, issuing permit to do coal mining. And unless we take immediate steps, this is going to destroy the whole system. And therefore, this concern I've been raising, it is also happening in my village site. So the government has to address this issue very seriously, because in the long run, this is not going to help our people.
Mr. Kikon, I'm just curious because I looked up Risayan village in Wokha district, and unfortunately, I saw no village by that name. There was no Risayan. So I looked up Bhandari constituency and there was no Risayan village in this. So now,
no, it's actually within the.
Is it an illegal village?
Parameter of the Richanjan. I think you are making a wrong spelling. Your spelling is wrong. I think that's why.
Risanyan, right?
Richanjan. Ruchanyan. Richanjan.
I see. So is it because it was an interior village that the incident came to light only now?
It's in the interior village, yes.
Yeah, so this has been happening for a long time, right? So if
coal mining has been rampant in this area for quite some years now.
I see.
And there were incidences like this, of course, may not be to this magnitude, but of this nature, no, where human lives lost and some critically injured. But this time it so happened that at one go, 6 of them were charred or dead. So that's why it's making a huge news, and people are getting attention. But my concern is that unless we address this seriously by the department and the government, people are, unfortunately are not bothered of the environmental hazards. They're only looking from a very short-term, monetary gain.
Right.
So we need to create awareness also, and at the same time, there should be a policy how to also help the villagers in improving their lifestyle, their economy, instead of resorting to coal mining.
Right. And so far we have no reports that the victims and the injured were people from Nagaland. Is it true that all of them were from Assam, Mr. Kigon?
Of course.
All of them, right?
Yeah, all of them are from Assam.
Okay.
I said 4 of them critically injured. They are treated in the hospital. When I inquire, they said the owner of that mining area, the contractor rather,
right,
have taken care of 2 who have been critically injured by awarding some cash help. Kind of things have been, of course, offered, but that is only, the matter does not end there, no?
Right, it is too little, too late.
Exactly. So we need to do some good policy research. Good policy has to be framed in order to curb such kind of incident in the near future.
Right. Talking of policy, Mr. Kikon, I think this is a conversation that I'm really enjoying to have, and I think we should talk a little bit more about it, the policy side of it. Now, mining takes place across the districts of Mokokchung, Wokha, Dimapur, Longland, Mon, and Parent districts. But if coal mining is banned in Nagaland, and we need an incident like the one that happened yesterday to bring us into realization that we need to do something about it, then why is it still going on, Mr. Kikon? The government certainly knows about it, right?
Well, I am also not very sure of the terms and conditions, how the permits are issued to do all this coal mining.
Oh, wait, permits are issued for this?
They claim to do so because unless permits are issued, you can't just go and extract coal mining, no?
I see.
So that the department should know better. They should give you a better answer for that. But in my understanding, this in no way helps in increasing the economy, improving the economy of our people, of our state.
Right.
Rather, it is bringing more hazard problem to our people. So I don't see much of benefits for the state economy also. And I have not heard any story of anyone amongst the Nagas who has become pretty rich by doing coal mining. I have not heard of such story. So
we haven't either.
I don't know in which way it is helping us, the state economy as well as to the individual businessman. No?
Right.
So we need to streamline and there has to be an alternative for the villagers to improve, to enhance their economy rather than resorting to coal mining.
Right. This will benefit only the contractor and the owners, don't you think, Mr. Kikon?
It appears so. It appears so. The landowners, the villagers, I don't see any benefit.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be making anything out of this.
Exactly. You're right. You're right.
So, okay, you talk about framing a policy to regulate coal mining in Nagaland, Mr. Kikon. Now, 2009 figures state that Nagaland has moderate coal reserves of approximately 316 million tons. Do you think we should be lifting the ban, and maybe we should explore a safer and more scientific program if we really want to state economic development?
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely
so
correct.
What do you think about it?
There has to be a scientific way of doing this coal mining, not in this way, not in a rampant way. But in the first place, it has to be banned totally, in my humble opinion. It has to be banned totally. Only when people are educated, only when people are well aware of these consequences, then only government can explore a possibility of using all these natural resources. Otherwise, it's going to be a big problem for not only for those people who are inhabiting those particular areas,
right,
but it is going to create an environmental havoc for the entire Nagaland and even to the neighboring states.
Right. So, when we talk about scientific exploration of coal reserves, Mr. Kikon, and we need a policy for that, right? Correct. So now we have already established that we have more than 300 tons of coal reserves in Nagaland. What was the reason, if we knew we had this much wealth on our hands, what was the reason the government banned it in the first place?
For me, I have been elected just for the first time this time, so I don't want to dwell more on the government policies and programs.
I understand.
That I think it is inappropriate on my part without knowing the subject matter properly and commenting. But I'm talking only from the general point of view, that how it is disadvantageous for our people in resorting to coal mining. I'm only expressing that concern. And who will help us to streamline the policy? It is the government, it is the department. Because the private individuals cannot frame a rules for a village, no.
Right.
It has to be by the government, it has to be by the department concerned.
Right.
And without having any proper guidelines, people are being just, allowed to resort to this kind of mining,
and these accidents happen.
Lots of forests have been all razed down to ashes, all destroyed. It's so sad that actually if you go around in those areas where coal minings are taking place, the waters are polluted, the fishes in the streams are all killed, by this, the hazards of this coal mining, no?
Right.
So these are I could see only more of a disadvantage than the advantage.
The way it works right now, it looks like that.
Exactly.
Okay. So now we have received reports that the Wokha district administration has ordered an investigation, right? So now I'm very interested because you mentioned that the authorities gave permits for those contractors to mine coal there. So if it was illegal, there shouldn't have been any kind of a permit in the first place, right, Mr. Kikon? So are we going to take action against those licensing authorities, whoever they are?
Well, whoever are issuing this kind of permit or license, whatever term they use, I don't know in what terms and terms of reference, with what terms of reference they are issuing. But in the first place, how can a permit be issued just like that to let them, destroy our forests, destroy our natural resources? There has to be proper streamlining first. There has to be, there should be a guarantee of how to the safeguard the laborers, the villagers living in and around those areas, and also even there has to be even mitigation of their byproducts. No, let us say those concerns are not being addressed. It appears so. So therefore, more of policy framing is required instead of randomly issuing a permit or license to go for this kind of mining.
So now, you are a member of the Legislative Assembly, Mr. Kikon. I'm given to understand that you are in touch with the Chief Minister of Nagaland, Mr. Nifirio. Have you?
Well, since I'm quite engaged with my programs here in Pandari, I'm here in my constituency headquarters.
I say.
Of course, indirectly it has been conveyed, but not yet interacted face to face.
I see. So have you got any information from the government in regard to how they are going to address this incident and how to move this forward?
As of now, there is no confirmation from the authority side. I have also asked my ADC here that it comes within the jurisdiction of my Pandari ADC. So they are also monitoring the situation and get more details. How do we go about in the near future?
Okay, just one more question, Mr. Kikon. It was wonderful talking to you, but just before we close, I'd like to ask you one more question here.
Okay.
The district administration has ordered an investigation. Now, here is the issue. The victims were from Assam, but the contracting authority for that coal mine, whoever they are, whether they're individual owners or the community, they are from Nagaland.
Correct.
Do you think there is going to be an administrative clash in this regard because it involves two states and it's not going to be very pretty?
Well, at the moment, it should not be a state kind of issue. It should not flare up to that level.
Okay.
Because the contractors also belongs to our people, have also engaged, they appear so, they have also engaged these laborers on payment. So they are a hired worker. So therefore, since these are not a kind of forced labor type, they are hired labor, the situation should not flare up to the extent that it is a state versus state issues, no? Or a community kind of issue. It is between the two individuals only. The contract is between the two individuals only, the contractor as well as the laborer. So the inquiry should confine to such a parameter that how the incident happened and you know how things have to be resolved. It has to be confined to that level only at the moment. I think we should not flare up the situation to the level of to a larger volume.
Right. Yeah, thank you so much for talking to us, Mr. Kikon. And if there should be any updates, we'll be in touch with you later on.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kikon.
Okay.
That was MLA Mr. Achambimo Kikon giving us an update about what had happened at Risanian village. Right now, we do not have the details about the administrative action that the Wokha district administration or the government of Nagaland is doing in regard to what happened. But what we can expect is that the government of Nagaland will be issuing a statement in this regard, considering that this is perhaps the first time we are seeing casualties in this level at this degree from an accident that is connected to something that is banned, which is coal mining in Nagaland. I'm Alnguli. Thank you for watching HornbillTV. See you next time.